Iran urges the U.S. to drop its excessive demands in order to reach a deal. This comes as nuclear talks in Geneva failed to achieve any breakthrough. In the latest, the U.S. has issued a travel advisory for its embassy staff in Israel as the possibility of strikes loom. The U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem says that it will permit non-emergency government personnel and family members to leave Israel over safety risks. This comes amid growing concerns about the risk of a military conflict with Iran. The embassy has not elaborated on the safety risks leading to the departure, which allows affected personnel to decide whether or not they want to leave. It falls short of the ordered departure it instituted this week for some personnel at the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. As Iran and U.S. are set to resume technical-level discussions in Vienna next week, Tehran has set out a condition for Washington. During a phone call with Egypt's foreign minister, Iranian foreign minister reportedly stressed that progress would depend on seriousness and realism from the United States, along with avoiding miscalculations and unrealistic expectations. His statement came after U.S. and Iranian delegations wrapped up their third round of indirect nuclear talks in Geneva under mediation of Oman. While Iran has insisted the discussions focus solely on its nuclear program, the U.S. wants Tehran's missile program and its support for militant groups curtailed. The Iranian delegation was led by Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, while Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and his son-in-law Jared Kushner represented the United States in those talks. Hours of negotiations produced no deal, though mediators say important and practical proposals were advanced during negotiations on Iran's nuclear program and the lifting of sanctions. Iran's foreign minister announced that technical teams will begin detailed studies at the International Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna on Monday.
We made very good progress and entered into the elements of an agreement very seriously, both in the nuclear field and in the sanctions field. We decided that the technical teams would start technical studies at the International Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna on Monday, and with the help of experts from that organization. For our next meeting, the fourth round, it was agreed that it would be held soon. I think we will have this meeting in about a week.
Without giving details, Oman's foreign minister confirmed that significant progress was made in the negotiations. He said that talks, which were held at the technical level, will continue next week in Vienna after consultations in the respective capitals. However, just before the talks ended, Iranian state television reported that Tehran remains determined to continue to enrich uranium, rejecting proposals to transfer the material abroad. It said that Tehran seeks the lifting of international sanctions, signaling that it is not ready to meet Donald Trump's demands. Meanwhile, U.S. is building pressure on Iran, expanding sanctions on its oil sales, ballistic missiles, and weapons production. Trump wants a deal to constrain Iran's nuclear program. Earlier, he warned of consequences if Iran refused to agree to a new deal. As negotiations continue, the U.S. is also preparing for a military action if diplomacy fails, gathering a massive fleet of aircraft and warships in the region. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the biggest U.S. aircraft carrier, which left the port near Crete in Greece, has arrived in Israel. According to U.S. officials, the Pentagon has also activated its first kamikaze drone unit known as Task Force Scorpion in West Asia. Like USS Gerald R. Ford, the unit is now operational and on standby if Trump orders a strike against Iran.